here with Marilu Melo, and she's our first visiting researcher at the Institute, and we are really happy to have you here and to have you here in our talk. And maybe we could start about you talking about your work. So, yes.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Thanks for the invitation to talk. So my name is Marilu Melo. I work at the University of New South Wales in Sydney, Australia, as part of the Environmental Society group. And the main interest of my research focuses on the underground. And you will hear me talking about underground mainly in the plural, like I would say undergrounds, because I believe in the diversity of underground. So my attention is focused in what's happening under our feet around the city, from tunnels to infrastructure, cables, cords, whatever is located underground, I'm paying attention to. And I'm fascinated about the question, how can we invite people to be more interested or more aware about these surface-subsurface relations and connectivity? So in an intention to bring awareness to the topic, I'm kind of making it loud, but I also I want people to participate more when it comes to underground developments and invite them to the conversation. What is good to have there? What is relevant to have there?
Very interesting. And are there any other projects, or what projects are you currently involved in?
Yeah, so I have a project that is about international urban undergrounds, and I am very involved with the Tunneling Association. So I've been working and collaborating with tunnelers all over Europe, thinking about how to build tunnels that are more inclusive or that have other types of uses. For example, there is underground green farming developed at Hagerbach, which is a testing gallery in Switzerland, and we are very interested in looking at this as an option for future climate conditions and see if we can integrate other uses to spaces underground. I am the group leader for urban integration as part of the International Tunneling Association Committee on Underground Spaces, and its name is ITACUS. So I'm the group leader of urban integration, and as part of that, again, I'm interested in bringing multiple sectors, multiple people, different disciplines, different uses, different interests into a conversation about urban undergrounds. I'm also interested in risk management in cities, and I collaborate with academics from the University of Melbourne looking at floods, fires, earthquakes, and how risk is managed by experts or by the general public.
And maybe you could talk a little bit about your experience here with us at the university. We would be really interested to know how that has gone or is going so far. Yeah.
It's been so good. I mean, now in academia, it's so important to support early career researchers. More and more we find that sometimes it's difficult to find your way and find your crew and the people that you collaborate with or that you can collaborate with. So this type of fellowships and support for early career researchers is so important. I mean, the fact that I'm here and I'm talking to you and I know about your research in Brazil and I know about people's work in all over the world, I think it's a good way of expanding your ideas, but also consolidating long-term collaborations, which in my view is the only way to go forward with academic work.
Well, what about the future? Yeah, do you have any plans? Yeah.
For collaborations here?
Yeah, like generally, but also for collaborations. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think my work it's nourished by the students, so I plan to do a lot of teaching, good teaching. I like teaching and I like to integrate my research into what I share with the students. So my research at undergrounds, one of my big projects is to transform it into a subject at university, so I can share all these experiences, and they can be students from all sorts of disciplines, engineering, architecture, urban planning, and they can come and we can talk about how a city would look like if we see it in this kind of three-dimensional way. So integrating this research into my teaching is one of my big plans, but in terms of taking the research to the future, I have been talking with the IUR, the Institute for Urban Research, and with researchers in there about two possible projects to collaborate here with Malmo University. One of them would be in the region, and it would be about urban undergrounds and what is happening in this region regarding development of urban undergrounds. The other project is more related with extractivism and extractive practices in Sweden. So we're thinking about collaborating in a project that might be titled Missing Grounds, and when the ground is actually not there. So yes, a lot of possibilities.
That was very interesting. Thank you so much for joining us in our Rooftop Talks. And yes, let's keep that collaboration going. Thank you very much.
No, thank you.